Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for the S&P 500 E-mini futures for Friday, October the 23rd, as we're going to do a recap of our week. Also, let's begin with our news items for today. Like we mentioned previously, a very light week in reference to news, and we close out today at 9:45 with flash manufacturing PMI. Let's go to the charts. As we can see here, beginning with our daily, we can see market retracing to a very logical area as we see this flag form on these several down days. Remember, we had a huge bounce off since the correction beginning September 24th to these current highs that we saw here. Market retraced heavily. Here is a great support level here at the 20 and 50 SMA. Market uses it as support, bounces off, and we had an update yesterday. Volume has been phenomenal, 1.3 million with pretty decent volatility. So expecting a little bit continuation to the upside today. We may retrace this top portion of this trend line here if the market wants to move a little lower before it goes up. But once again, let's look a little deeper into our numbers by our next chart here. Remember, we're building our hypothesis here, where we're expecting the market to be. Here's our retracement. We had our retracement. We adjusted this trend to the downside. Market breaks above it, creates another trend channel to the downside. Market clearly breaks above it, as is usually. Remember, we had drawn this trend line from way back. Market using it as support, eventually breaks below, uses it as resistance, could not move lower. The market broke clearly through above it, and now we're experiencing a little bit of resistance here at these previously anticipated areas. Remember, we spoke about while we were here, we spoke about these areas here. We spoke about this support area and this resistance area. We spoke about breaking through here, potentially heading down to here again. And that's in fact what the market did. And it came down to one of our trend lines. Remember, these trend lines that we are developing here, these are not based on subjective prices. These are based on the calculations that we do to create these lines objectively, because you can draw trend lines everywhere. Not all of them are as meaningful as the ones that you can produce, obviously, through calculated price action. Market, again, found support here. It's expecting to move higher today. Let's look at our analysis chart here as we get closer to our time frame of trading. This is the intraday high of yesterday, blue. Intraday low, you notice how the market began early in the morning, right about almost before 11 o'clock, to recover from the intraday lows. Here's where the market began, broke clearly below. This was a fantastic trade for me yesterday. Market continued to the upside until it established the intraday high, broke clearly through above it, and the pre-market could not hold, came back here to create support. And we find this very clear support that the market came and formed here. Our ceiling was approximately right around this area here. This is where the market came, and it's consolidated there. You can see the oscillations, which is support and resistance. Ultimately, the market breaks through above it, and here's the test of a good breakthrough. Here's resistance. Market tested resistance, tested resistance, tested resistance, breaks above resistance, then it returns to use it as support. It came once, it came twice, and it ran away from it. So we're expecting a little bit more upside today. If you're looking for potential areas, wrong tool. Let's just quickly jump to our Fibonacci extensions here, and we can just do one of these guys, and there's potential areas. This is our 100. This is our 100% extension. There's our 138, and there's our 161. So if you're looking for potential areas where the market can go today, there is your fave for today. Be careful today. Don't force this market. Don't forget 9:45, guys. Have a great trading session and a great weekend. We'll see you soon.